Hi, welcome back everyone. So I collect a lot of K-pop photo cards. These are my three lovely binders. So this one is more of my groups that I don't excessively collect, but they're all together, gathered together. My other two, these two. So all hold my main groups would be ATEEZ, BTS, 17 and Stray Kids. These are the main ones I collect photo cards for. Currently I have 2 groups per binder. Today I'm going to take you for a walk through my lovely ATEEZ collection. This is shared with BTS at the moment. I would love to eventually get them reorganized and separated. So we start here with this divider page. I made it for all of my 4 groups just because they're sharing binders, just to be able to identify where everything is or which group we're looking through. They're all done in black and white. May eventually change it to colour later. So I like to organise all my photo cards in album release order. So the earliest album I currently have for ATEEZ is Fever Part 2. Obviously, if there is like a group set, I like to obviously try and keep them all on the same page. So this was obviously the predetermined set with the group photo. If there's any main group photos, I like to put them in the middle of these 9 squares. And in all of my pages, I also like to order by oldest to youngest, or I've switched these two because of Captain, usually tends to go first in things. Unfortunately, Fever Part 2, this was obviously when Mingy was on hiatus, so it's a little bit sad that I can't fully fill in this page, but that's okay. So if we turn over the page, we have all your different variated ones that you can get, like all your different sets you're trying to collect. So Hongjung, this one specifically with the pink hair, came out of the platform version. The other 2 were out of the standard version, like the standard album version, both in. So the platform was C and these ones were the Z version. Next we're going into Will. I pulled Yuna and Mingy for these ones. This is definitely a page that is lacking a lot of the members. I would love to be able to fill them in. Next is Movement. So I have 4 of the members. This was my first ever album that I ever bought, and I managed to pull Hongjun and Youngho. So these 2 were actually my first 2 ever official photo cards. I was then later through some of I've started to recently buy photo cards separately, and I've managed to collect at least 2 more. Moving on, this would be the first page I've actually completed, which is all of the photo IDs in the Z Movement colour. So obviously there's the yellow and the blue ones as well. San here was the latest one to join. Definitely curious if what you guys think, if I should, for pages that don't have a set group card, if I should make a little insert to fill in. It's just a curious idea I'm playing with. This next 2 or 3 pages is Outlaw. We've got their dark versions, their light versions, and their bouncy inspired ones. We've got Uyang, Mingy, and Hongjung on this dark page. Not quite sure whether you know if it's. We've also got Yosung is all the bouncy characters. I've pulled a lot of the Yosung ones out of these out of the platform. This would have to be one of my favorites. Also, Youngho just staring down the camera. with the little, like, I think it's pink. It's either pink or purple highlights. So that was our dark page. Next, we're moving on to their light. There all seem to be, these are another one that I've recently started to fill in. I am unfortunately just missing the captain. You know, it is a bit of a ring in here. It's the only one that I've got. It's not quite the same set, but it's very much the light set. So I just like to store him on this page. If I can get more later, I would definitely like to rearrange. These are all my extras out of Outlaw, these 5. I don't quite know which ones I want to set with each set, so all my extras are currently vibing over on this page. This one we're going into, let me check, Will. So these ones I pulled out of the Yosung Digipack and the Standard. The Standard was Mingy and Yuno again. I seem to pull those two together quite a lot. I also have the 2 stickers that came in both albums. I mean, Crazy Form, Yosung era, and Yuno. Also in the blue with the the blue-grey hair. Really was iconic for hair colours for them, I feel like, in this era. So next we move on to Golden Hour Part 1. So I've only got the 3 of them. Hongjun with orange hair. It's definitely a colour I feel like he really does pull off quite well. Is there a favourite hair colour that you guys seem to like on certain members? So next is Golden Hour Part 2. So obviously we've got so these are the ones that go with like the flower shoot. Don't get me wrong, I don't know exactly what they like to call each concept idea. So they're all in their white, their floral patterns. Songwa with his pink hair, that's a very iconic moment for him. I've got a few of the other little inclusions that I'm not quite sure what to do. They just like fill in the middle gap if I don't have like a group member card. It's another way just to kind of help separate and fill in. Then we get into Golden Hour Part 3. This would be the era that I really started to collect multiple versions of the same album just to try and get more variation but also more chance of completing sets. So these ones were all the polka versions. I believe Uyong and Yosung may not actually be. I'm not entirely sure. I also managed to pull Songhwa, the second one, in like a polka mystery pack. So that's why he's currently in the middle of the page. Otherwise, it would be either empty or, again, they don't really have a group card, or these group cards are actually on a different page. Following that up, we have the Polaroid version. I also have an extra Yosung that doesn't quite fit in the previous page, or actually, correction, it's the different back. So he's currently living with the Polaroids just to try and keep all my eras together. Then we're moving into, so this would be in your fantasy. Hongjun I'm missing, and I've ended up with 2 Sans. Now this is a page that I definitely would like to put a bit more work in and maybe be able to divide it into like the 2 sets, because you've got the like music video style outfits, and then you've kind of got more the everyday athleisure wear behind the scenes kind of one. Can we just appreciate our Mackinac in this one for a minute? So again, next page is also in your fantasy ones. As you can see, if you look over on the back, they're all kind of a mixture from different versions and aesthetics. Would love to be able to divide them, but that's a lot of work and a lot of finding down the line, and I'm sure 1 or 2 of them's not going to be that cheap. So this one is obviously more in your fantasy. I love that there's sometimes such a random concept, like why is Uyong just taking a mirror selfie in a car? But that's what we've got to love about these guys, isn't it? The next page we have is Just, You Know. So this is Ashes to Light. This is the only Japanese release that I currently own. Unfortunately, it is only a single photo card, so he's vibing all by himself at the moment, but that's okay. And now we've made it into the latest release, which would be On Our Part 4. Now, what did you guys think of it? I've been listening to Adrenaline like on repeat. So this one I've got both a polka and a standard. I managed to pull, I guess what everyone could probably call is the Mafia Mob Boss set, which was Songwa, you know, Your Sang Mingi. And then I managed to buy Yongha in the like Mafia style concept. Songwa was a lucky pull again. And I managed to buy the Polka album in store. And on that day they were having an event, so they were spinning if you bought the album for pre-order benefits. So they spun the wheel, and the lady there was so nice because she actually asked if we had favourite members. So she'd kind of janky the wheel a little bit to actually get what member you wanted. So if you've made it this far, bias reveal is definitely Yosung. And in my actual pre-order for the album, we got Yongha and Songwa. Sorry, he wasn't actually a pull. He was a pull, not a buy, sorry. And then in that one, our pre-order was Yongha, which is, I believe this is the Soundwave version, yeah. Obviously, pre-order benefits I feel very grateful to get, but just because they are such a pre-order benefit later, they are so hard to track down, so they're kind of just a little sprinkle of extra in between my pages these days. Now this we get into, it's a little bit of a group page I put together. We have, so the Lemon Drop photo shoot cards, which were in the polka versions for Golden Hour Part 3. We also then have the card for the Light Teeny and the merch card that came with a tour t-shirt for the Asia Australia tour. So I like to try and keep all my group cards, like, because obviously these were the two variations. I kind of wanted to keep them together, so that's why they're all on this page together. We next have, this is my ATEEZ page. So there's ATEEZ in Treasure, and I think the other two are in Calling. Two of these came in mystery packs, and the other ones I pulled. The other ones I pulled in a trading card pack that my friend actually brought back from Thailand when she went Kpop shopping. So we have two Mingis, obviously going in order, so he's just ended up in the middle spot. Don't quite actually remember what the other version is. Well, the other ones were the pop-up store versions. That's why they're different. They were the two in the mystery box. Next, this page is all the random photo cards that I pulled from the packs that they sold on tour here in Australia. So I bought 2 packs of 5, but someone was seeking a certain member, so I handed them one. So I only have these 9. Obviously, you've got the In Your Fantasy coloured theme, and then you've got these white outfits with the mirrors and stuff. Definitely quite a fun one. And the last page I actually have in here is again to go with the tour pages. These were the random photo cards you got every time you spent over, I think it was either $80 or $90. So I got very lucky. I did originally have 3 because I bought merch for a friend. So I gave her card because she would have got one with the t-shirt she wanted. So I kept the other 2, and I actually managed to pull my bias, one of my other like K-pop loving friends' bias, and then the other one was obvious. The one I gave was actually her bias. So it worked really, really well. Now that is all I have for ATEEZ. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know who you'd like to bias in the group, or if you've got any suggestions on how I could lay this out better. And next time, we do a binder walkthrough, you'll be getting a look through my BTS collection. So if you like photo card sorting or these binder tours, stick around, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.